Thanks to the supporters of channel member Aiden C97. Well, we're starting the new season with only one fit substitute, and that's a one-star goalkeeper. The media think we're going to finish bottom. They might be on to something. Hello, welcome to part 64 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first two games of the new season. We're away against Tunbridge. We're at home against Havant and Waterlooville, and our squad is not close to finish. We've got a few players we're trying to bring in. That's all we've managed to do so far. We're already almost spent up. We can't find anyone to come in on loan. Finding loans when you can't scout is a problem. Because it's absolute guesswork. We have to go with the ones we've actually got scouted are just the guys who were here last year, pretty much. Which does make things more complicated. I mean, even Hannah Duggan, who was rubbish last year, isn't even that keen to come back. Would we even want him back? Probably not. We're trying to get him, and we're trying to get him. We don't necessarily need more defenders, but they're the only good loans we can find. It's problematic. But let's not worry about it. Tunbridge, where are they supposed to finish? Let's have a look at the old media preview. Tunbridge are expected to finish in 13th place. So let's go and beat them, shall we? Show the world that we mean business. I actually think the team is better than the team that ended last season. Przrozny is a massive upgrade in goal, so that's a good thing at least. Hughes, Bamba, Hosey, they're probably all better than the guys who were in there before. Machiavelli sticks around. Scowen finally getting to play on the left, which people have been asking for a long, long time. Tom Best is out and out first choice on the right hand side of midfield again because he's the only one we've got. So he's definitely going to be starting some games. Larson's back. Hamilton is an actual creative midfield player who can pass a football. 7, which is something we haven't had for a number of years now. And then we've got an actual proven goal scorer at this level in Niall Ennis, albeit a few years ago, alongside what's hopefully going to be an exciting youngster who, again, has scored goals previously at this level. Between the two of them, if we can get them firing, get Best back to his best, have Scowen finally fulfilling some of his potential, there's a chance. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what we can come up with. Get the team submitted. If we get absolutely smashed here, we know it's going to be a tricky old season. But we had moments last year where we looked really good. There were times when we rattled goals past teams, and like I say, I just don't think that team was as good as this team. At least now we've got some proven goal scorers at this level, which we didn't have last year. So let's see if they can score goals as part of a much less good team. Hamilton, not only is he a creative midfielder, he's got a mohawk as well. I think Hamilton might be my new personal hero. For goodness sake, personal hero. New personal hero there. Wowzers. Keep him as far away from his own half as possible, but his hair's stupendous. So we want him involved in the attacks for sure. I feel like he's going to collect some yellow cards and red cards this season. He's everywhere. Look. Leaps up. He is 6'2". He's a big boy. Head's that clear. And there is Przrozny. What's his first name? Because I am going to get his surname wrong a lot. His first name is Jacob. There you go. We've got Jacob in goal. I can probably get... You're going to tell me it's Jacob. We've got Jacob in goal. So he's already playing quite well, which is quite nice. We're playing with a fullback as well because we don't really have a proper right back. We've got a number of centre-backs who can play right back. So I guess we'll just have Machiavelli flying forward as an extra winger. In fact, can we tuck Scowen in? Can you play as an inverted winger on that side? You can. I mean, it might make sense to tuck him in a little bit, have Machiavelli bomb on, and then you could almost have him be an inverted fullback. Probably a bit too fancy for this level. But kind of getting to the point where you've got a 3 at the back when we're attacking, 5 across the midfield, which it's the closest you'll ever see me get to a 3-5-2. Because I'm not a coward. I'm not going to play a coward's formation. Oh dear, Scowen's given the ball away there. This is not ideal. And wowzers. Jacobs claiming that as a save. He was well beaten by a ball that was moving a lot. But We get away with it. If we can ride our luck, I don't mind riding our luck. I would just like to not get battered on the first day of the season. Ultimately, if we can draw this game, drawing away games, winning home games, that's playoff form. It might be a little bit early to be declaring playoff form, and I think we probably do need a few more signings and some key players in on loan. Tom Best picking up an injury is not ideal. This is how his last season started as well. Ennis, the first time we've seen him get in behind. He's an old man, but he does well holding the ball up, plays it back to Hamilton. I told you that boy was going to be a new hero. That was proper target man play from Ennis. Hits the ball. I mean, he wasn't back to goal when it was played over the top. Took so long to get there. He ended up back to goal, holds it up nicely, picks out his pass. Hamilton's in space, and that's a lovely fit. I mean, it's a huge deflection. It doesn't matter how it goes in. It still counts. One shot, one goal. That's how we do it. An XG of 0.06, but we've done a football. Lovely old stuff. Let's have a second one before half time, and then we can start to dream a little bit. It's Hamilton again. It's taken deflections again, but we don't get luck second time around, and it's back with McLennan again for another corner. He's going to hit another in-swing, I think, to that far post. In fact, it's gone near where Larson is lurking, and the ball gets cleared, and it looks like it's going to be 1-0 as we hit half time, which is, quite frankly, better than we could have hoped for. Right, let's give the boys a pat on the head for a first half well done. Tom Best is injured, but we have nobody. I mean, the only outfield player we've got on the bench is an also injured Sam Brown. So Best is just going to have to stay on unless he physically can't, in which case we bring on another injured guy or a greyed out player. New sidings are urgently needed at this football club, but we just tape everybody together and hope that they manage to drag themselves through a football match and pick up 3 points. Hamilton to Ennis. Good work again from Ennis. Plays Best in. It's an injured Tom Best. He's through on goal. Tom Best has scored on the first day of the season. Best is best once again, everybody. Oh, if Tom Best is back, all will be right with the world. Lovely stuff. Good work from Hamilton. Excellent work from Ennis. He is going to be a key player for us this year. And Tom Best, it was like it was 2 years ago again. Look at us go. We're 2-0 up in a football match. We've only had 3 shots on target and we've scored 2 of them. We're clinical. It's a wonderful thing. Oh, 1 or 2 injuries and we're absolutely ruined. But right now, we actually look like we're a half-decent side. This is wonderful stuff. Jacob making the save as well. Having a proper goalkeeper in. That's going to be crucial this year. Oh, all is right with the world. Look, we only need 12 players to get promoted. That's all it's going to take. Oh, my word. Peppering the goal from range, but Jacob had it covered. Jacob's always got it covered. Safe hands, Jacob. We have nothing to fear with him in goal. We've actually got a proper goalkeeper again for the first time in forever. And look at that. He catches it. He knows he's allowed to handle the ball. Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, we're very much FMing them. It's very much against the run of play, but you know what? It's fine. I don't know why I'm looking. There are no substitutions I can make unless we're forced to. We just don't need to click that screen. Sit on your hands, Kev. Stop wasting everybody's time by clicking that. We're not going to bring an injured player on. If Best... I mean, the problem is we might break Best properly, and if he's back, that is problematic. Jacob makes the save, but pushes it into the path of the oncoming player, and it is a goal back for Tunbridge, and this is the problem with us not having anybody on the bench to freshen up. We could do with taking Best off. We could do with taking Scowen off. I'm not bringing on greyed out players. That seems absurd, but we might not have enough in the tank to drag us over the finish line here today. Hosey, the new boy in on loan, plays it in behind for Best. Best squares it for Ennis, and Niall Ennis has deserved that goal today. He has been excellent. A proper target man, experienced target man performance. And hopefully he's got the fitness to get him through a full season. He's not obviously a long-term solution for us, but if he can play this well for 30 games this season, and we can manage his fitness somehow, which is easier said than done when we don't have any other players. He's going to have to play 90 minutes every match until we can sign some alternatives. But if we can get him to play this well consistently, and if Best is back, oh, I'm starting to dream a little, boys and girls. We're in the playoff spots. What a time to be alive. Let's go and do it all again. At our place, it's not our place, it's Dulwich Hamlet, but let's not worry about that. And hopefully we'll have a couple of new faces by the time that match rolls around in 2 days. So we probably won't. But you never know, maybe. And we have managed to get a couple of new faces in. Firstly, Trevor Connor is on loan from Cambridge until the end of January. Again, the longest loan we could get. It's not ideal. We also didn't really need a left back, but needs must, we take whatever we can get just to fill the squad out. We didn't have any substitutes in the last match. So he comes in. Machiavelli is training to play on the left-hand side of midfield anyway, so there's a potential to play them both, or have one of them sat on the bench. Or it's nice to have options. We haven't really got any options at the moment. And then to complete the left-hand side, we've got Dan Yates, who can also play left-back, but he's a natural left midfielder, can also play centre-forward as well, although at 5'2", I can't imagine we're going to play him there. He's only scored 9 goals in over 100 games in his career, but he's formerly of QPR. Not that he ever made the breakthrough in QPR. Did the whole non-league thing, went to QPR, didn't make the breakthrough. He's now back in non-league and hopefully back to do something fancy. We still need more players. We could do with another central midfielder, although with Yates coming in, it does mean Scowen can move across and play in central midfield. So this is the team for today. Jacob in goal, a back four of Connor, Hughes, Bamba and Brown, who is fit enough to play 60 minutes. We've then got Yates, Hamilton, Scowen and Tom Best, who is supposedly fit, but not fit, and then Ennis and McLennan continue up front. We don't have anyone who can deputise for Best on the right-hand side of midfield. I guess at a push, Scowen could go out there, but the way Best played in the last game, I want to give him the confidence boost of being like, actually, I'm one of the first names on the team sheet again. I'm irreplaceable. Even if we only get half out of him before he has to limp off, we want him to feel important again. That might be where we went wrong last year. He didn't feel important enough. Maybe we need to massage his ego, let him know he's still the main man. Best is still best. Let's try and get the best out of him again. Bamba trying to get a counter-attack going. And there is McLennan, who is through on goal. And surely McLennan has to finish. And he doesn't even test the goalkeeper. It might well have been offside anyway, but that didn't fill me with hope. We've got our 30 goal a season strike partnership at this level previously, but McLennan didn't fill me with hope there that he's going to score a lot of goals for us this season. And he now has a free kick that sails over the crossbar. I think he can actually play wide. He can't. Ennis can, but I'm not going to move Ennis out of that target man position where he was so effective in the last game. Just to give Best a rest. Best doesn't need a rest. Look at that from Connor. This is great work from Connor. He's got a man inside as well. I don't know who that is. Who's the number 17? That's Yates. It's the two new boys leading the counter-attack. He plays it back to Ennis. Ennis to Hamilton, who shoots from range, and it's completely wasted. But that was great counter-attacking play from Connor. Lovely work from him. Just, I don't think he knew what to do with it once he got into the position. Ennis, again, with lovely work, back to goal. And now Hamilton to Bamba and Scowen, now in midfield today. He's our James Milner. He's just going to play anyway. He can play fullback as well. Hamilton to Scowen again, who's trying to move the ball on and play it over the top for McLennan. He's got Ennis inside. It's a poor cross from McLennan, though, and he hasn't filled me with confidence just yet, boys and girls. I mean, it's early days, but he is not looking like the answer. I would rather have Laycock back. Not that we could have afforded to pay his wages, but I miss him. I miss him desperately. Cross comes in and it's not really dealt with. And yeah, that's the problem. Oh, it's offside. Hughes is only 5'10", and I think we are going to have trouble in that kind of situation this season with having a little guy in the middle there. Obviously, we've got Brown at fullback who's 6'4". There's probably an argument for swapping them over, but Brown's a natural fullback. Hughes is a natural centre-back. So it kind of makes sense to play them this way round. I think that's the logic I'm applying to it, playing them in the positions they're natural in rather than moving them both to accomplished positions. Although Brown did play pretty much the whole of the second half of last season at centre-back for us. I don't know what more he needs to do to become a natural centre-back. Jacob making another comfortable save halfway through this first half, and we're not looking terrible. We're looking like a team that, oh, for goodness sake. So Connor's a bit hot and cold, isn't he? Lovely counter-attack and then a red card. That, boys and girls, is the Wembley career of Trevor Connor. I think Machiavelli for Best here is the logical thing, isn't it? Best shattered. We can do that, and then we can kind of do this. We could potentially even do like that. That probably makes sense, I think. It's not ideal, but McLennan can play a little bit deeper. He hasn't looked great as the centre forward. Let Ennis do all the hold-up play on his own and hopefully have Yates and Scowen and McLennan running beyond him. He needs someone else to do his running for him. It's like Harry Kane playing for England. Needs someone else to do his running for him. That's a risk saying that 3 days before this episode comes out. I don't know how well he played in the final group game. He might have done loads of really good running in behind. Don't try and be topical when you're recording videos in advance, Kev. It's very risky. It's still 0-0. We are, of course, down to 10 men, so we will be happy if it ends 0-0. We're going to offer some encouragement, though. Let the boys know we believe in them. I can't believe, after how well we played in the first match, that we're a game and a half in and we're already playing silly nonsense formations again. This is part of what the problem was last year. I was trying to simplify this year, but straight away we're back to silly formations and no Tom Best on the pitch. And now we've given away a penalty. What on earth is going on? We're architects of our own destruction today. Can Jacob continue to impress at the start of his Wembley career with a penalty save? Come on, Jacob. Oh, he nearly did. Nearly's probably not good enough, though. I mean, Havant and Waterloo Villa are a good side, so it's not the end of the world if we lose against them. I think certainly until we can fill a complete bench, any hope we might have had of being in a promotion race is probably something we need to not take too seriously. So I guess win some, draw some, lose some is fine. Mid-table again is fine. But it is disappointing after how well we played in that first match to now be struggling the way we are. What I'm going to do actually is just swap them around. Big difference we've just done there. That's a difference-making piece of tactical switch. The logic being, we had all our attacking instructions on the same side of the pitch. This way, we've got McLennan and Scowen on attacking instructions, and now we've got Hamilton covering Scowen when he bombs forward. There was logic to it. Machiavelli with the in-swinging corner. And is that a penalty? That is a penalty. So we're 1-0 down thanks to a penalty. Now we have a penalty of our own. Can we draw level in the match? It's going to be Niall Ennis to take, who's already becoming a hero. And look at that for a confident penalty. That's a penalty of a man who spent most of his career playing in the Football League. The little rascal, if that didn't work, we'd have been fuming with him. But Niall Ennis, he knows he's the main man here. A goal a game striker at 33 years old. We're going to become a retirement home. We already binned off the youth system years ago. Why has it taken this long to become a retirement home? Right, we've got some tired legs and 2 actual players we can bring off the bench here. So we're going to take off Hamilton and bring on Larson, who can go in there. And Hosey is the only other guy who could come on. Sam Brown is tired. He was only supposed to play an hour anyway, so Hosey can come on and play right back. We still don't have a lot of options off the bench, but it is nice to have been able to make 3 substitutions, especially with one of them being a player who was virtually ever present last year in the shape of Larson. So that demonstrates that we have moved on as a team. The fact that he's not a nailed on starter for us anymore, even when we've only got 14 players. So that suggests the quality of the players we've brought in is better than the ones that left. And that's got to be a good thing. Can we probably should drop back to positive. I was going to say, can we hold on and then look down and realise we're actually on an attacking mentality, and we're probably, yeah, we go back to it now. Probably shouldn't have stayed on it for as long as we did. Let's demand more. And let's once again try and fight our way back into the match. I don't think we've been embarrassed today. I don't think there's anything to worry about from this match. We are obviously going to continue trying to add to the squad as well. And fingers crossed by the time we come back for the next episode, we will actually have what the dream for me this season, in addition to another mid-table finish, when we're supposed to finish bottom, the dream would be at some point this season being able to leave an outfield player out of the matchday squad. That's when we'll know things are going in the right direction. We don't dream particularly big here at Wembley, but that would be a real moment of progress. If we manage to do that whilst being within our wage budget, that'll be the first time in about 2 years. And that'll be a moment for Wembley FC. That's a bit of a blow at the end of the match. So I think we've played well enough to deserve not to lose by 2 goals. I think it's actually been quite a close match. If we'd have kept 10 men on the pitch, kept 11 men on the pitch, I think we would have stood a real chance today. But as it is, we saw the good and the bad of Trevor Connor straight away. He's now going to be suspended for a few matches for violent conduct, I imagine. So Machiavelli isn't in danger of losing his spot anytime soon. And can we get ourselves a consolation goal? I think we deserve one. I think it'll be nice for club morale if we can grab ourselves a goal at the end of this match. Bamba with a lovely diagonal pass for Yates. Yates with the cross. Ennis is in the middle and just headed it up in the air. That was like a centre-back trying to clear it. Maybe we should retrain him to play centre-back. Well, we've seen lots of positives and lots of negatives in that episode. I have no idea how this season's going to turn out. One thing we do need is a cup run. So I think that's where we'll come back tomorrow. The second qualifying round of the FA Cup. And hopefully we can get to the money rounds and sort some of our financial problems out. That's the goal. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.